Honey, the credit fairy doesn't exist.
What?
It's make-believe. Nobody left anything under your pillow.
If there's no credit fairy, then we'll make our credit score go up.
We will. By doing things like paying our bills on time.
There's no magic to improving your credit, but there's help, and it's free. Go to creditfairy.org.
What?
Sometimes the most important world events, the events that affect us the most, are those that happen close to home. The PEG Network, television created to give Montgomery County residents a source of current and relevant information, from public affairs and entertainment to education and government. While other channels bring you the world, the PEG Network focuses on your corner of it. The PEG Network, cable with a difference.
Welcome everyone to Art Hop 2013.
We're here in Old Town Takoma to see how Takoma Park embraces the arts. Hey everyone, we are here at Art Hop and we're speaking to Kate Rudy, the art coordinator for Art Hop.
Yeah.
Yes, Kate, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
So for those that don't know, can you tell us how Art Hop started?
So we're in our fourth year. A woman named Bobby Kittner, who is a graphic designer and artist in town, created it 4 years ago. The idea, it's Art Hop is a modification on the term bar hop. So the idea is that people go from one business to the next to see the art. And so we've got 60 artists this year participating, showing art in about 35 businesses, shops, restaurants, hair salons, dance studios, just about anything you can imagine.
As far as the body or group that organized it?
Art Hop is a project of the Old Takoma Business Association, the organization that is here largely to promote a vital economic life in Takoma Park, to make sure that all of the storefronts are filled with great businesses. So Art Hop sort of has two purposes. One is to provide a venue for art in the community, a place where people can come and see amazing local artists, and also to help drive up foot traffic into the businesses that host the artists.
And how's it been from year one to now, year 4?
Well, I mean, it's varied a lot. I believe every year since it started, though this is my second year being involved and my first year running it, but I think the number of businesses and artists participating has continued to go up. In terms of people coming and participating, we're really looking out with beautiful weather this year. That makes a huge difference. It rained the last 2 years, so the businesses keep coming back and wanting to participate. I think that they've found it, even in rainy years, a worthwhile event.
How do you select the businesses and also the artists?
Well, in terms of the businesses, we sort of publicize it to all of the businesses that OTBA, the Business Association, works with. And I'm not an employee of the Business Association. I'm just a volunteer running this event. But mostly by email, but also face-to-face, let the businesses know about it. And so it's very much word of mouth and email. And any business that wants to take part in it can. And then in terms of the artists, early on, I think it was also largely word of mouth. Now we've really been increasingly doing email marketing to make sure that people, particularly in Takoma Park, but also in nearby communities, hear about it. Most of the artists, so we put out a call for artists, and then there's a jury, group of people who select the art based on a number of different criteria, variety, certainly quality, whether or not the artist is local, it's not a requirement, but a preference. And whether or not, in terms of size, price, and everything else, it's something that we can place in the different businesses because we follow the businesses' leads in terms of their preferences. So we have about 60 artists participating this year, and most, I'd say 80% of them either live in Takoma Park or within 2 miles here.
What's your expectation for this year, since you're the coordinator?
We're seeing like there's just a lot of foot traffic, people going into the businesses, enjoying the art. The main thing is I want the artists and the business owners to come away with a feeling that the art was seen, that their businesses were visited. If people buy the art, that's great. The businesses do get a portion of the proceeds, in exchange for them opening their doors. We've gotten great feedback so far, but we're just a few hours into when folks started opening their doors with the art. We had a wonderful kickoff party last night, held over at Trove. 3 of the artists that are participating are displaying their work there, and we estimate we had about 300 people come in and enjoy the art, and we had food and drink donated by several local businesses. 3 Star Brewing Company came and brought beer. S&S Liquors donated wine. Capital City Cheesecake brought desserts, and then there were food trucks in the parking lot, almost all of whom sold out of food because there are so many people coming out interested. So hopefully most of those folks are coming out today and tomorrow too.
Is there a website or anywhere, a number that for those folks they want to get more information?
Yeah, our website's the best way. It's www.arthoptakoma.com, and there are profiles of every participating artist, including sample images of their work, information about our sponsors, and a map to the event. We're also distributing maps. We have 2 info hubs, one right by here, right at this
here
near
Roscoe.
Roscoe,
Good old
Rooster,
Roscoe.
right near the farmers market. So we're passing out maps and lists of reception times, and we also have an info hub by the Metro. Art Hop coincides with the launch of the sort of summer season of the farmers market. A lot of the vendors coming back for the summer, and there's going to be music and food truck and pop coffee, and there's a few other things. We might have a graffiti artist that's in the works right now tomorrow, and a few other things. And we also have a trolley that's going to be running through town tomorrow from 11 to 3 that is funded with a grant from Takoma Foundation, and that's going to be making the rounds from one side to the other, going to sort of all the different businesses and then through town, trying to encourage people to get out.
Will they be picking up and sort of dropping people off?
Yeah,
Right,
so I think we have 12 stops. The route is on the map flyers that we're distributing, but it's also online on our website.
So there is a lot going on. Thank you again for talking to us. What we're going to do right now is take in some of the art.
All right, well, enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Right now we're here with 3 artists. We're here with Julie, Megan, and Judy.
Beth.
Judy Beth. And if we could start off, could you each kind of tell me what style or what kind of artist you each are?
My work is urban landscape painting. I focus a lot on linear perspective. I love bridges, I love cities. Most recently I've done a lot of work based on Washington, D.C. So it's at Mamacita Dance Studio.
I do a lot of painting and photography. The paintings that I have here on exhibit at Mamacita's Dance Studio are also, again, harkening from my experiences in West Africa with the Peace Corps. So a lot of them are photographs from Togo and countries all around West Africa. And my painting primarily on portraiture.
I paint on fabric, and then I quilt it and I embellish it, and it's very figurative. And over at Mamacita's studio, the large belly dancing figure is sort of a meld of me and Sunyata, because I've learned how to belly dance over there. A lot of the coins that are on my work there and over here in City are coins that have been danced off in the studio, so they have that energy and that blessing.
And for each of you, is this your first experience with Art Hop, or are you guys old vets that have been here every year?
This is my first experience.
It's also my first experience with Art Hop.
Yeah. Mine too.
And how's it been for you, Julie?
It's been excellent. We've had a bunch of people come into the place. I sold a print. I think the Mamacita Dance Studio lends itself to art because it has a lot of wall space, so it's been a great experience.
Megan, is this what you expected it to be?
Yeah, I actually joined a little late and I wasn't quite ready for it, but I'm really glad that I participated, and I feel like the weather's perfect. Everyone's on the streets, it's springtime. Everyone's ready to engage in any kind of community activity, and I think this is a great venue for it. So.
Do you plan on attending again next year, maybe?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I love the other artists I've met. The work is top rate, and they had such a great party at Trove the other night. It was a huge community outpouring, and it's been hugely well organized, the whole thing. Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, we are here with 3 junior artists in the making. Is that correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe we can hope to see their work in some art hops to come.
Definitely.
Yeah, okay. Well, ladies, I want to thank you again for talking to us, and I wish you success with the remainder of the art hop. And we are going to
continue.
Yep, we're going to continue and see if we can speak to some more artists and some more owners. Hey everyone, and we are back now in front of Capital City Cheesecake, and I'm speaking with Catherine, did I say it? Yes, and Lee. 2 more artists who are participating in Takoma Park's Art Hop. Ladies, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
If I can start off by asking each one of you, what type of work can people expect to see from the both of you today? If you don't mind starting, Catherine?
Sure. I do paintings. My work here at Capital City Cheesecakes is pretty large scale oil paintings. Some of it's portraiture, either based on whoever's on my mind, whether it's friends, family, or a celebrity of sorts. I have Obama in there. And also I do spatial portraiture of places that hold some sort of sentiment to me, so indoor spaces.
How long have you been working as an artist?
For the past 6 years or so. I studied art and recently came out of it, and I've been doing a lot of art part-time. Yeah.
And Lee, what kind of work can folks expect to see from you?
Collage and mixed media, mostly.
Yeah. And as far as any inspirations go, do you have any?
I love animals, and I love the whimsy of animals, so I do a lot of anthropomorphism of animals and have them in human situations, and some incongruous surrealism that I like to play with.
Human situations.
Dressed in dresses or, clothes, or wearing hats, or doing things that normally animals that I have don't do that. So.
What has been your experience participating in the Art Hub this year?
It's been great. Our host business has been, very welcoming and supportive in terms of the needs for getting the show ready, and everything's been very well organized, and it's just really fun to have the community come and see what everybody's doing on their private time in their private space, and to be able to bring it out and show it and share it. It feels very supported and communal. It's really fun.
What about for you, Catherine?
I agree. Capital City Cheesecakes has been great. They've been really supportive and helpful with hanging the show and getting everything ready, and Art Hop Takoma itself has been really supportive and has done a great job promoting the event. And it's really exciting to be part of this community and sharing art with Takoma, which kind of has a space, I think, for artists, a lot of appreciation for the arts, so it's really exciting.
And is this the first year that you all have participated, or have you participated before?
This is my first time.
First time?
Yeah, this is my first time as well.
Okay. And do you think you'll participate again?
Oh, I'd love to.
Yeah, definitely.
Ladies, thank you again for taking some time to speak to us.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So we are going to travel a little bit more, Bien?
Yes, definitely.
So we'll see what else is out there.
A lot of people say government is too messy. Half the people say something's a good idea, and the other half say, well, it's a bad idea. All we hear about is a disagreement, the bickering, the compromises, which can leave a bad taste in our mouths. No wonder so many people are cynical, thinking that nothing good can get done. Actually, messy can be good, like my ice cream sundae. Let's think of our democracy that way. You've got all these different choices, lots of flavors blending together. Then, the only thing you have to worry about is that it gets a little sticky. Am I missing something?
Learn about what you can do to make American democracy stronger by logging on to www.representativedemocracy.org.
Welcome back. We are here at Artful Framing and Gallery with owner and artist Dilip Sheth. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Dilip, can you please tell us a little bit about your art?
Okay, well, I am a colorist, and I want to consider myself as an expressionist. I work well with color and composition.
When did you first start painting, and what inspired you to do it?
Well, I started painting late in life. I was running a gallery here in Maryland in 1992, and I started seeing a lot of the paintings come through, and I thought, it was something I can do myself.
And when did you begin the business? When did you begin the framing business?
It happened, right after, I did have the business aspect of it because I was, managing, and it was easy. But the fact is, when I started painting, I wanted to frame my own stuff because, it's very expensive to do it in the frame shops. So that's how I began. And, I started doing it in my basement, and all of a sudden people started coming with their artwork, and that's how it developed to...
From your basement?
From my basement. 18 years ago, I opened Artful Framing. Mm-hmm. And we've been busy from day one.
Yeah. And do you have a preference between either framing or art? Can you choose one over the other?
Of course, I'm an artist, and that's what I do right now. I used to frame things, but I do have framers who do that now. What I'm good at is, with the customer service and stuff, and I do sales.
You're a real people person.
I'm a real people person.
Yeah, okay, definitely.
How long have you been participating in Art Hub?
This is our third year, and from the first year, my first time at my own location. Usually, artists go from business to business, and this is my first time having it here, right at my own location.
So, as far as participating in the years to come, do you think you will be participating?
Oh, definitely, yes. God willing, all goes well, and things continue to develop, definitely. It's been a major way of having people come through right here in Takoma Park, introducing our artwork and business at the same time, which we need badly.
Yes. Is there a website somewhere where people can go to
Yeah,
find
my
your art?
website, I have a personal website as far as art goes, but the easiest way is to go artfulframing.com, and then I have my own name, which you click on, and then it takes you to another website, which is my website.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
And we're going to continue our visit to other great artists that are taking place in this Art Hub.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. We're here in front of Park Flores with owner Jean Ho and artist Randall Cleaver. First of all, thank you for letting us come here.
You're welcome.
Let me start with you, Randall. Can you tell us a little bit about your art?
I've been really interested in clocks since the mid-1980s. I started making them using found objects. As a kid, my dad was a big pack rat, and there were a lot of piles of stuff sitting in the basement I used to make my own toys with and adapt toys that I had. And so I was always using found objects to make to make stuff. And when I went into college, it was just a natural progression for me to use it in my artwork. It's fun. I really just have a lot of, I have a lot of fun making this stuff. It just makes me happy, and makes me happy when I see people enjoy it. That means it's a successful piece if people are pointing, laughing, and just really enjoying that piece.
Is this your first time participating in the Art Hop?
Yes, this is the first time.
How is it so far?
It's been great. It's been great. This has been a wonderful location for me. Gina's been a wonderful host, and it's been a blast.
In the morning, we saw so many crowd coming in, talking about his art and the boys, and especially gentlemen, very interested in his art and talk about a lot. Yeah.
Gina, how long have you been here in Takoma Park?
In the business for myself, 8 years.
And have you ever taken part in the Art Hop?
Yeah, this is my third Art Hop as a hostess. Yes.
And how well have the clocks fit in with the flowers, just as far as arrangement?
Well, not particularly clock, but any art objects are interest people. People attract to them, and then they talk about it. And they, well, actually this morning they didn't know which part is Randall's art and which part is my art. So I tell them, this is my art, and this is Randall's art, and this is flower, and this is clock.
Yeah, it works very well.
Yes.
It works very well. Yes. Question for you, Randall. When it comes to selling your pieces, how do you normally go about selling them or making them available?
Making them available, yeah. Sadly, I'm down to one gallery in Philadelphia. 3 of them that I used to show in have closed because of the economy. And it's just getting harder to find decent galleries close by. So I have local shows. This summer I'll be showing down at the Howard County Art Center in Ellicott City during July. So, I try to go through that direction. The sales aren't as vigorous as they used to be, but neither is the economy.
I see some of your work right here. I'm sure you have more than that. How difficult is it to make those clocks?
Yeah, I get asked that question. I don't keep track of even how long it takes me to make pieces, because sometimes I'll have half a piece sitting in my studio for years, and then I'll find the right thing, come home, and suddenly it's done within a few days. But I guess real time, if I was able to work on it, from start to finish, would be about a week. Sometimes 2 weeks, depending on how many parts I have to manufacture.
And when it comes to making arrangements, floral arrangements, has it ever taken that long?
Well, from the starting of ideas, yeah, it takes more than that. Idea sketch and then actually, putting together doesn't make that, in time.
Well, thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
We really enjoy coming here, and congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Are we going to continue going to
Yeah,
the place?
let's see some more stuff.
All righty. Thanks.
Hey everyone, and we are now speaking with another artist at this year's Art Hop, Allison Baker. Thank you for speaking with us.
My pleasure.
Allison, what kind of art are you sharing with us today?
Well, today I brought my paintings for Art Hop that are mainly oils. Sometimes I do acrylics as well. I also work in other media, mixed media, but what's on display today at Art Hop is oils and acrylics.
Is it fair to call you a acrylic artist, a oil, mixed media? Do you lean towards more one than the other?
How about artist?
Okay, fair. And as far as your work goes, is there any particular philosophy that you work by or anything you're mostly inspired by?
That's a good question. Well, I think if you would look at my paintings, you'd notice that most of them are very colorful. So it has to be some sort of a emotional response to color that probably guides me and gets me going.
Yeah.
And then subjects that are interesting, like cows. I love cows.
Cows.
Okay.
Any reason why cows?
There's just some serenity about a cow when it's staring right at you, and you have this look of contentment and honesty that a cow brings. I just always love it. It speaks to me.
Definitely.
Alison, how long have you been doing this type of artwork?
Oh gosh. Well, let's see. I've been painting and working as a working artist for about 30 years, I'd say. I started when my children were very little, and I decided in the middle of the night when I couldn't sleep that I needed to just work with my hands, and I kept wanting to do painting. I had studied art in school, but I just wanted to paint in the middle of the night. So 30 years ago I started painting, and I've been painting ever since.
Every artist needs to get inspired, right? Mm-hmm. What's your motivation? What's your inspiration?
It's really hard to describe. People have asked me that, and it really is a need. It's like a need to eat or a need to exercise. Something about creating art has always been necessary. Ever since I've been a little girl, I've always had to create with my hands something. So it's just a drive. It's a drive that happens. And there are some times where I don't paint very much or don't do too much artwork, and then all of a sudden it's like something just swells up and I've got to paint again. Got to do art again. So
and
internal.
And as far as making that artwork available to the public,
mm-hmm.
do you have a particular way you go about sort of displaying or showing? Or
how to do it?
Yeah.
In the past, I would be represented by galleries or have shows in galleries. Now, my husband Jim Caldwell and I, who is also a painter, we have a house where we can have shows there. So we have a couple of shows at our house, which is really fun, and invite other artists. Some of the artists who are at Art Hop are also at our art shows at our house. And we sell a lot that way, and it's a lovely way to do it. So here in the neighborhood, we also have websites, and people can take a look at our art and get inspired by looking at our website as well. So,
Alison, have you participated? Is this your first time participating?
No, I was there in the beginning, helping out, getting it started.
Yeah.
So this is the 4th year that Art has happened. And it's lovely to see, not only that it's lovely weather, which is the first time ever, but just that people know about it, they're looking forward to it, they kind of know what to expect, and this year there's so much more. Trolley that's going to be going on around the street next tomorrow, and just a lot of anticipation, so it's lovely. It's great.
Well, thank you very much, Alison.
You're welcome.
Art Hub 2013 was a great success.
Got to see a lot of great art, speak to a lot of great artists, and we had another reason to enjoy Main Street.
We'll see you next year.